23 is Cian Kenny, fantastic player. Not sure if he's going to play today. A few minutes ago we looked over and I thought he picked up an injury and he had tracksuit bottoms on. Didn't think he was going to play, but now, closer to the game, maybe he'll be unveiled from James Stevens in Kilkenny. Cian Kenny, if he plays, that would be a big boost for TUD. He didn't seem to be taking part, but he certainly is now, as you can see, and he's got lovely close skills in there and he's warming up and he looks to be moving okay. That would be a surprise late on if he started the game, but maybe they have him in reserve to throw in Cian Kenny for TUD in the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final. Possibly. He's not on the 15 we were given, but, you know, he could come in, he could start, he could come in at some point. The rest of the team is very good. They did well yesterday. Of course, it's Dublin and Wexford lads mainly, and they do play in a sort of Dublin style, very good, precise hurling, and they play extremely well. As I say, they beat Ulster University very well yesterday, and they were indeed impressive in that game. Here today, they are up against MIC Thurles, who also were impressive in coming through and took some fantastic scores in their game. That's them over to the left in the white here at DCU. And we're not far away from the start of the game. So let's go to the teams, actually. That's probably a good idea, because we haven't got long. And then they might be playing an anthem or something, or maybe they'll keep that for the second game that we're doing. So the Banisher is Michael Ryan in the Ryan Cup. And then you have Aaron Ryan at number 10. He's the dual star who played in 2 games yesterday from 4 Mile Waterford. That's the hurling club, but it's the Nair, you might know it as in the football. Now, this is the team that we've been given. Not absolutely sure if it's going to line out like this, but 21, Jack Fitzgibbon should play at some point and somewhere on the team. The 2 Landys at 2 and 9, Dara and Adam, are twins from Shinrone in Offaly, or is it Shinrone? You know what? Go on to the live chat there if you know how to pronounce that and let me know. I should have checked that, but if you know how to pronounce that club's name. Michael McCormick in goals from Thurles Sarsfields. Then you have AJ Cleary, Offaly man from Kildare at number 3. Darragh O'Brien is Fermoy and Cork. Mark O'Shea is Limerick man. Tag Gold is Tip. Rory Kavanagh is Laois. And at midfield, well, I've told you those 2 already. And at 11, Pierce Connery from Kilmallock in Limerick there. Alva Watkins is from Burren, Offaly. Senan Butler is a Tip man. Dara Marr is Tip as well. And Tom O'Callaghan is Kilkenny. Let's look then at the TUD team. In goals, Derry Mahan from Wexford. I told you there was a lot of Wexford. Sean O'Brien captains the team from number 2. He's from the Falls Club in Dublin. 19 is Liam Mostyn from the same club. Now, he started yesterday, so I'm guessing he's starting today, but I don't know for certain. We'll find out in a minute or 2. Number 3 is Liam Shockman from St Anne's in Wexford. 4 is Owen O'Riordan, Niamh Olafs, Dublin. 5, Cian Brown, back to Wexford, Niamh. 6, Conor Murphy, Wexford. Owen Keys at 7 is Kilmacud Crokes, was excellent yesterday. 8, Cathal McCabe from Maynooth. 9 is Liam Garrigan from Lucan Sarsfields. 10 is Conor Heary from O'Loughlin Gales in Kilkenny. I was chatting to his dad there a minute ago. 11, Richie Lawler from Faith Harriers in Wexford. Senan Crosby, St Finian's, out the road here in Swordsby. Quite a small club, but boy was he good yesterday. 13, Joe Kavanagh, Nafana, just over the hedge from here really at DCU. 14, Adam Hall from Tumivara and Tipperary, was excellent yesterday as well. TUD are in the final for the 2nd year in a row. They lost last year when it was played at Bacon, and it was on an awful day and the pitch was in pretty heavy condition to say the least, and Garda College beat them and it was a war of attrition, so they've lost last year and looking to make up for it today. So that's the TUD team. Getting near the start then, the referee is Kevin Brady, a Louth man, and on the line we have 2 dubs, Luke Lacey and Brian O'Connor. And just to remind you again, there's another stream after this. It will be New York against Liverpool, basically. So it's an international game coming up in the football after this on the same pitch. We'll be streaming that here as well. So 2 games back to back for you. And of course, it was a great game at Croke Park last night. UL, congratulations to them, winning the Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup. And they did it in style in the All Limerick game. And of course they won the football as well. So a fantastic double there for UL, winning the Sigerson for the very first time. And, you know, just as important in higher education colleges is, you know what, I'm just looking out here while I'm waffling a little bit and looking at the captains here and trying to find out who are the captains. And I said Sean O'Brien was captain TUD from 2. Well, the captains out there are taking the toss are 10 and 5. 5 is Cian Brown for TUD, and 10 is Aaron Ryan. Unless they've switched around these numbers on me at the last minute. I hope they haven't, but is it 5 or is that a 2? I thought it was a 5. Yeah, it is 5. Well, I'm going by the numbers in the programme. That's all I can go by. If anybody knows any different, you can tell me. But that looks like Aaron Ryan is taking the toss for MIC Thurles, and number 5 is Cian Brown for TUD. Niavenna in Wexford is his club. Yeah, the point I was going to make is that in college is, yeah, the Fitzgibbon is great in Croke Park, but you know what? Just as important yesterday afternoon was the Fergal Maher Cup final played on the Astro pitch at St Pat's in Drumcondra, and a win there for Ulster University, Magee and Coleraine. Not the campus in the city or in Jordanstown, but the lads up there won it. So, you know, it's just as important that they had a great win yesterday, and that's what college is about, and that's why we've been here for 4 days covering all these games at all sorts of levels and coming through now to the Ryan Cup. And the winner from this will go up to Fitzgibbon next year. So TUD certainly capable of making the step up. We're also delighted to be over on this side of the pitch here at DCU. And the Astro pitch has really come into its own this week with the bad conditions. And most of the games have been played here. In fact, everything we've done apart from the very first game. And we were over the far side. As you can see those trees in the distance. We're getting nightmares just thinking about being over there in the rain, and well, rain doesn't cover it. It was monsoon conditions. We were in the jungle over there. It was like the TV program, We're Celebrities, get us out of here. And eventually we did get out of there. We're back in civilization. They've even got coffee over here and things like that. You know, it's amazing. And coffee vans, and we've got Benny Hurl here taking pictures of us as well. He's the chair. Maybe we'll get a picture of him. There he is. Taking a picture of him, taking a picture of us. That's Benny. He's the chair of the Higher Education Committee, part-time photographer as well. And under all that, there's got to be a bit of orange there for the Yard Bowl Club, and we're just surprised that he has the legs covered up today, because usually no matter how cold it is, he would be showing the legs, but not today. You see the banners there for Electric Ireland over on the far side. They're the sponsors that we are always appreciative of course. One last thing to say before we start the game, just in case you didn't realise or weren't in the mood, it's Valentine's Day. Whether you're thinking about love or Valentine's Day massacres or whatever, I don't know, it depends how you feel, but it's supposed to be a day for love. So let's see if there's any love out here today. There's the two boys waving at their girlfriends in the crowd. Oh no, maybe they're looking for a slither. Maybe that's it is, because referees usually do that. We're all set and then nobody has a ball. So it holds us up for a wee second or two. And there we have a ball now. So Kevin Brady has it. And we are underway. That was quick. No hanging around there. And the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final for 2026 is underway. And it's TUD playing from right to left. And thank goodness the music has stopped over to my right. I can hear myself now. This is Adam Hall going for the first score. And he scored a few at this end yesterday. And a goal as well, I think. But that's gone to the left. And it's been kept in for TUD down in the corner. We'll call that the Niavenna corner because it's down near that club. And then Senan Crosby goes for the first score, and he gets it. Did tell you he was good yesterday, and he's made a good start. There's a replay of it. Senan from Swords. That's got a bit of a ring about it. Now the puck out is going over to the far side from us, over to the left. I'm glad to say there's no breeze about today. So compared to what we've had the last 3 or 4 days, this is like being in Spain. All right, I'm pushing it a bit. MIC Thurles trying to get through here. That's Aaron Ryan, the dual star, blocked down by Cal McCabe, hard-working midfielder. And these boys, of course, have to work hard again 2 days in a row. In the semi-finals yesterday, they had tough games there. And that was played in speculatively. I don't know if he's going for a score. It might be kept in. No, the goalkeeper's going to get it. And that was 21. That was Jack Fitzgibbon, I told you about. I had him down at midfield. He's in the forwards, I think. But he's definitely playing for MIC Thurles out there. That is Liam Garrigan playing it down, looking for Joe Kavanagh. That's a Dublin connection there. Looking Sarsfields to Niavenna. And that's Conor Murphy, I think. Or is it Brown, actually? Both Wexford lads. And they release it. That's good hard work by them to turn that over, and a chance now for Garrigan to set something up, but he doesn't. This is Adam Landy. And that is Ryan in the Ryan Cup, deep into TUD territory, but 2-on-1 there, and Jack Fitzgibbon outnumbered. Liam Shockman is the fullback. I think that's how you pronounce his name. S-C-H-O-K. We'll go with Shock. And down to my left, I'm going to have to see my monitor here to see where the ball is, and that's a wide. So good, lively start to this game, as you would expect. The A final was the Fitzgibbon last night in Croke Park. This is, if you like, the B final, level 2. And the winners of this will get up to Fitzgibbon next year, and who knows, could end up playing in Croke Park. So early stages, we will keep an eye on the live chat on YouTube there, and if you have anything to comment on or tell me about or correct me on or give me a bit of information, feel free to do so. That's Shannon Crosby deep in his own half after getting the first score of the game. This one fed through. I think I spotted 23 out there, so Cian Kenny is out there, so that one's wide. So they have, if I've got that right, started with their star man, Cian Kenny. They kept that pretty quiet, didn't they? We just spotted it at the start of the programme there. They took off the tracksuit bottoms at the last minute. Maybe they were trying to trick MIC Thurles and pretend that he wasn't playing at all, but they maybe got late permission granted for him to play, the Kilkenny man. So let's see what sort of difference he makes. This is a Tipperary man, and he's blocked down. That's Hall. And it spills over to the far side. Yeah, 23 over to my left there. There he is. Spotted him now. So Cian Kenny is playing, and he's been picked up by Darragh Landy. So he is the star man, and he is in from the start. That is the news. We were wondering, would he come in at some point? But TUD have started with Cian Kenny. Didn't play yesterday, and he is there today. So that's an interesting one to watch out for. He's in at full forward there. He's nearest the goal, and he had his hand up. He was looking that to be played into him, and he'd have been on a one-on-one, but it went straight over the bar. He looked a little bit disappointed at not getting it, but he can't complain when the ball's over the bar, and it was put over by the midfielder Liam Garrigan. So 2-0 for TUD. And good to see the star players playing for their college, like Cian Kenny. That's Hall coming out again. Referee has the hand up, giving advantage, playing on. That's going to drop in and around. It's coming all the way back for the free. So the referee had the hand up for advantage and now brings it back. So the MIC Thurles management just down in front of me here, pacing up and down, and they all have those coats on with the, is it a panther? Panther's face on the back of their coats. I did ask someone earlier, but that was about it. They had no idea. Must have some reason for it. Quite eye-catching anyway. So from well inside his own half. Chance here for the MIC Thurles to get their first score of the game. Has it got the distance? Pings right over the bar, just crossed the bar, cleared the bar, and no more from Pierce Connery from Kilmallock and Limerick. It's near the Cork and Limerick borders, if you know what I mean. Well, it's in Limerick, but near the Cork border. On the break, that's Cian Kenny going for it, but he's actually out-muscled there, but out-muscled illegally, I think, because it's a free. Just checking, as I say, in the live chat, over 400 devices on the game already, which is great for this time of the day on a Saturday afternoon. Somebody actually telling me, I knew that would spark some sort of reaction. Somebody told me it's not a panther, it's a dog. What sort of dog? What's that about? Cian Kenny then, the Kilkenny man, the star man for TUD, makes his entrance to the 2026 Electric Ireland finals here at DCU, and he puts that safely over the bar. He makes a difference early on and puts TUD 3 points up. From the James Stephens Club, of course. So a good start for TUD. MIC Limerick, or Thurles rather. I'm so used to saying MIC Limerick, which of course is Mary I, but this is Thurles. And they've been very prominent this week in the football as well. That looks pretty good to me, and it's gone over the bar again, another score, and that actually is number 19 for TUD, and that is Liam Mostyn, who I did predict would start. He started yesterday as well and played reasonably well, got a lot of ball in, and he gets his first score of today, and it goes to 4 points to 1. The number 18 was excellent yesterday. Really, really good for MIC Thurles. And I say 18 because I can't remember. Is it Comerford? Was that Comerford? I think it was for MIC. Yeah, David Comerford. He was very, very good from St. Malloran's. Is this a goal? It is. And of course it's Cian Kenny, the Kilkenny man, and he punches the air with delight. Well, as I say, it's great to see the star players playing in these competitions, and we weren't sure he was going to start. He had the tracksuit bottoms on right up to near the start, but it must have been a plan. They were going to play him, and there's the skill. That's what he can do, and that's what it means to him to play in the Electric Ireland Colleges finals. And here he is again, picking it up, and he sends a lovely ball through there, and he set up Richie Lawler, and it's exhibition stuff now, but I think he went the wrong direction there to give it to Liam Mostyn, but Liam should put it over from there, and it is pretty one-sided so far. It goes to 1-5 to a point, and Kenny making his presence felt in the last few minutes, converted, and then got the goal, and then helped set one up. So MIC Thurles, after 8 minutes, well behind. On the break, that's picked up nicely by Aaron Ryan. Chance here of a goal. Oh, he's got it as well. Well, I said they were in a bit of bother after 8 minutes, but they've responded very well. MIC Thurles. It's Daramar from, oh, I might pronounce this wrong, but Gortnahoe, Glengool, Tipperary. Set up by Ryan, a captain for the day, and finished by Maher. They're back in it, 1-5 to 1-1. Nicely taken by the fullback, Dara Landy, twin brother of Adam at number 9. And this is Alva Watkins. This is Liam Garrigan. Clears, and look at the room there because they committed players forward, and he has all the time in the world. Pierce Connery, or rather Richie Lawler, but misses. Happens sometimes, you get almost too much time. Dara Landy again, number 2, giving it back to his goalkeeper. Now they're favouring this right hand side. Well, that's where the goal came from a moment ago. The man emerging is Cian Brownwell. Thought he emerged, but he hasn't. Not with the ball anyway. And MIC's getting stuck in now. It's Ryan again in the Ryan Cup. That's a good effort, and it goes inside the post as well. Well, fair play to MIC Thurles. They looked to be on the rack a couple of minutes ago, but they have recovered very well. And that was Tag Gould from Holy Cross Ballycahill in Tipperary. 1-5 to 1-2. Too easy is the words from the sideline there, and it was nicely taken by Mostyn, and in the flick of a switch or a wrist, has it gone over the bar? It looks like it has, and that was too easy, right from the goalkeeper out to Mostyn putting it over the bar. After MIC did well for a couple of minutes, they really didn't get close at all to any of that, and that was easy for TUD. They go again with Fitzgibbon. He'd love to play in the Fitzgibbon next year, but just to the left and wide. I hate to say it, but it's feeling a bit dull and overcast and threatening, even a little bit of rain. We've had enough this week, thank you. So hopefully not. That was aimed maybe for Comerford, but it's going to be intercepted. Maybe Rory Cavan as well, 7. But Cian Kenny has ended up with it, and that looks pretty good. Is it over? It is, just inside the post. Well, class shows, doesn't it? Easy pickup, one look, ping over the bar. He's made such a big difference already in this game. This is AJ Cleary, the fullback from Kildare. And they sent it in, but that's gone all the way over, and I think it only got a touch off the Thurles hurl. Quick puck out, and it was looking for Heary, but went all the way through and is picked up by Kavanagh. And that's Watkins clearing. diagonally across the pitch, but it's broken and picked up by Cal McCabe. And lovely take by Owen Keys. Lovely ball and beautifully taken again by Kenny. Well, that's the class of the man. That's absolutely beautiful. What a touch. Is it over the bar? Oh, it's just to the left. Well, you know, they talk about one touch hurling and two touches, and you know, if you don't get the first touch right, his touch is just sublime, isn't it? When that came to him there, it was just perfect. He just cushioned it off the boss of his hurl up into his hand there, and it's a joy to watch up close. Star quality from Cian Kenny, from James Stevens. And great to see him, as I say, on show here in this colleges final. There's a man down for TUD. Gives me a chance to look at the live chat, and there's always something useful, especially for nerds. So Paul Tierney tells me, and Gort Naho announced the tea. Gort Naho? Gort Naho? Maybe it's my northern accent. We're very hard on our vowels. Paul Cosgrave tells me, would you believe the number 7 for TUD, Owen Keys, is missing his brother's wedding for this game? That's dedication. He's not, is he? Really? Well, maybe he's going there later. Missing a bit of it, maybe. But yeah, if that's true, that would be serious dedication. Up to 500 devices now on the game, which is terrific. That's a wide. Referee sprinting up the field. We forget sometimes how much ground they cover. There was a ladies football referee telling me last week he covered something like 10k. Maybe it's the speed of the game under the new rules up and down the pitch. But yeah, they cover serious mileage. MIC Thurles trying to get back into this game with Shannon Butler. And he's blocked down. Two men converging on him there. You just feel, to be honest, that TUD could pull away at any moment. They have lots of options and they're very good in the forward line. And it feels like they're sort of in second gear, but they have another gear or two go up if they need to. This could be a score for MIC, and it is a good score. 1-7 to 1-3. We watch it again. Well, this was the block actually, and it was Cian Kenny who got in there with the block actually. He's working very hard. Oh, brilliant take by Liam Mostyn, and he's away. Two of them are after him. Can they stop him? They do, but surely they brought him down. No, the referee says play on. No foul, and it's gone wide. Well, that looked like an opportunity that was going to turn into a goal, and that looked to me like a pretty illegal challenge in there. And he's gone in now to get a second opinion on it. He was maybe behind a few players and didn't quite see it perfectly. So the umpires called in for a frank discussion. Exactly 1 quarter of the game gone. The first quarter just finished. 1-7, 1-3. We've seen lots of good hurling. I think he's calling for it, is he? No. Over carrying was the decision that he's come to, I think, there. That was the signal he gave after that when he started running out. Anyway, MIC Thurles survived that, because a goal there would have put 7 in it, 4 in it, and they're trying to do something about that, but it falls nicely. And are they going to get it back? It looks like MIC Thurles have got it back indeed, and they get it to Ryan, and Ryan in the Ryan Cup just misses. He had to snatch at it. He just missed the target. Aaron played yesterday, scored a great goal in the football against New York. Was nearly going to be in 2 finals today. Cushioned down nicely, but it's Heary stepping in. Possession changing hands a few times. Lots of subs on the line there, making it a bit tricky for us to see exactly what's happening there, but that's kind of classic colleges, isn't it? Nicely taken, and it was Hall, but locked down. Sending Crosby, having to work hard, releases it. I think some people are calling for a throw ball, but no. MIC Thurles working very hard, but that's a beautiful pick up by Owen O'Riordan, but still under pressure. Great work, great. Comerford trying to get close, but he gets a shot away. I think that's going wide though, and it is. Now, Garrigan there went to ground, but I think he's just having a playful dig back at Rory Kavanagh. That's off camera. Oh, it broken nicely for MIC Thurles. This should be a score. And it is. It's a good score. Tom O'Callaghan, Kilkenny man from Roar Instiga. You might want to correct me on that pronunciation as well. But it's definitely a score. 2-7, 1-4. Why have we got 2-7? It's not 2-7 for TUD. It's 1-7 to 1-4. There it is. That's better. MIC Thurles getting it again and putting it right down into the corner, looking for Senan Butler. Senan followed by Liam Shockman. He's a sturdy fullback, isn't he? Very impressive in the game yesterday. Nothing got past him. Ulster University forwards hadn't much joy at all. That's a brilliant score from nearly over in the jungle over on the far side. He was nearly over in the trees and put that over brilliantly. That's a great score. And now we're back to a 2-point game. 18 minutes gone. Very impressive couple of minutes from MIC Thurles. But again, they get it too easy from the puck out. And Cal McCabe launches it in and around the house. This could go anywhere. Batted down nicely, but Adam Hall puts it wide. And they've been very wasteful the last 5 minutes or so. TUD. They've missed quite a few. And they've conceded a few, so it's closed in. Just a couple of points in it now after nearly 19 minutes. The goalkeeper definitely favouring this side in the last while. But the extra TUD man, Shockman. Crossfield to Brown, the captain today. And out in front, it's Hall with a nice languid style that looked like he had more time than was needed, but he put it wide. And, you know, that's about 4 or 5 they've done now where they've seemed to have quite a lot of time and still didn't hit the target, but not missing by much, but they're missing. And now MIC Thurles trying to get in behind again, which is what they've done successfully over the last few minutes. And has he got that one over? Oh, it's wide as well from Maher. So it's 1-7-1-5. Nearly 20 minutes gone in this Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final at DCU. Now a little bit of a hold up here. Is it the 65? Where's the referee? Oh, he's in the middle there, yeah. So there must have been something there for us to be out here because the linesman has gone into the middle. And we have a bit of a delay. Oh, maybe there's a player being sent to the sideline for some treatment for something. It's Owen Keys from TUD. Kilmacud Crooks man, yeah. Not sure what it is, but the referee was in consultation with him and we're waiting to get the all clear to go again. You see him over there on the far right of your screen. Maybe something like contact lenses or something, you never know. Gives me a chance again to look on the... That's not contact lenses. And maybe you got a bit of... Maybe there's a bit of blood coming or something, but they're all smiles anyway. Everybody's happy enough. Sandra tells me MIC number 12 is pronounced Alibi. Or Albi. Yeah, Albi Watkins. Did I say Alva? Yeah, Albi. Okay, thanks for that. And someone else, Lucy's telling me it's Innistig, not Innistiga. Sorry, I'm from the north. Thank you for all those corrections. Much appreciated. And that is Pierce Connery. And he's put it over the bar and we're back to a 1-point game. Well, MIC Thurles have really done well to come back into this. 21 and a half minutes into the game. Batted down nicely as well. Comerford involved. Maher. They did, as I say, played really well yesterday. Took some fabulous long-range points. But TUD get it back and Cal McCabe drills it in there. Looking for Hall. And Hall gets in beyond his man Cleary. And will he put this over from a really difficult angle? Oh, no, he hasn't. Would have been ironic after missing easy ones to get the hard one, but they haven't scored that one either, and that must be about 5 or 6 wides in a row. Not that they'll be overly concerned. They're still getting the chances, and they still have very good forwards. But certainly, they've gone off the boil a bit. Now, MIC have done really well on the breaks around this area of the field and got scores, and they might even do that again. It looked like Fitzgibbon might get away. It's Comerford. He is very, very good, but he's hooked there from behind, and he's having to work hard. But yesterday he took some terrific scores. That's Garrigan getting stuck in there for TUD and the other midfielder as well. But look at this, storming through the middle. Dara Maher takes it, and he is really storming, and he set it up as well for Conor Ray. It's a goal chance for the lead. Wow, they have really turned this around. That's a terrific goal as well. They were, what, 5-6 points down, and there were goal chances. It looked like TUD were in second gear, but Thurles have come storming back, and they have really shocked them here. That's a couple of goals, and Connery from Kilmallock in Limerick has put his team ahead. 2-6-1-7, 23 minutes gone. Well, sometimes you fear after 10 minutes that it's very one-sided. No fears now at all. And they've been very good all over the field. Now, TUD have missed chances that they should have taken, but it's really lifted MIC. Thurles have grown in confidence, and they're getting really stuck in. That's Cian Kenny trying to turn this around, but he only drops it in for the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper immediately belts it up the field. Oh, and a lovely touch on it there as well from Connery to take it away from the TUD player. Can they get it again? Fitzgibbon is in there. He's 21. There is Comerford coming in as well, trying to get it. But that's Owen Keys. And Owen Keys takes it, and he goes through very strongly and determinedly. They're looking for Hall again down in that corner. He's having a really good battle with AJ Cleary. And that's a TUD ball. So we have a real game on our hands. The sideline on the TUD sideline. It's Cian Brown from Navanna in Wexford. That's cleared by Ty Gold. Put that in towards Butler. Butler followed as usual by Shockman right over to the corner. But he did score from here a while back, and that's a really intelligent ball out to Connery, who got the goal. Will he be happy with the point this time? He drills it over the bar, and you know what? MIC Thurles are really getting into TUD now and finding holes where there were no holes before. 3-point lead now after 25 minutes. It looked like Cian Kenny was turning on the style, and TUD were bossing this one, and now he is stepping it up again. What a fantastic catch. He dummies to pass and goes for goal, but puts it wide. Well, the star quality was there, but maybe he was trying to do a little bit too much himself, and it has been signalled wide, but the referee, there's a little bit of confusion, and now the referee's coming in. Is he awarded a 65? I didn't see anything there, but I'm not that close to it. And it happened rather quickly, and I'm at ground level here. Seems to be agreeing on a 65. Is he? What they're looking at, or maybe they're checking the time. Is that it? I don't know. Anyway, seems to be a 65 for Cian Kenny to take, and it is. And you know what? He can easily put it over from here, and he'll be glad to, and TUD will be glad to, because it's been a long time since they've scored. I think it was 1-7 to 1-1 or 1-2, and since then MIC Thurles have taken over. So Cian Kenny to stop the rot. Yep, looks good. Sails straight over the middle. They get it back to a 2-point game. 2-7-1 in, 4-2 half time. Well, after the week we've had here weather-wise, this is great. No wind, no rain, and it's all about the hurling, not about the conditions, and it's a good game. It's taken up by Conor Heary over on the right-hand side. Now it comes in. Where's Kenny? He reaches for it again, doesn't quite get it this time. That's close attention, shall we say. Liam Mostyn, Kenny comes looking for it and doesn't look, just swings over his shoulder, and he is dragging his team back into this game. That's 2 in a row from him, 1 from play. And he just knew after not getting it the first time to make the run, and he made the perfect run. 2-7-1-9, 3 to half time. Now the goalkeeper has favoured this area where he's going exactly again. And why not? Oh, brilliant catch as well. That's superb. Brilliant hurling from Pierce Connery. Well, there's a lot of talk about Cian Kenny from myself and everybody else, but that was star quality there from the number 11 for MIC Thurles from Kilmallock and Limerick. Simple as that. Great catch and straight over the bar. Sometimes they just make it look so easy. Well, that's serious distance on that one from the right corner back to right corner forward, looking for Cian Kenny or some of the other TUD lads there. Now that's spilled a little bit, but he recovers well. Gould. That's a good ball across as well at an angle, perfect for Fitzgibbon, and Fitzgibbon drills it. Now he's hoping that's going to curl in. I don't think it has, and I think that's the right decision. The umpire right underneath it and the linesperson here. And the only debate was from a few, surprisingly enough, people to my left who are with the other team. Cian Kenny now to bring it back again and should score from there, and he does. Here's the chance again from Fitzgibbon. Well, you maybe can't see in that, but certainly I'm right behind it, and I thought it was wide. They'll claim it. Of course they will. They'll try. But he's having a bit of a laugh now with the linesperson and shaking his hand as well, which is good to see. That's the spirit. 2-8 plays 1-10. Coming up to the break. That's brilliant again from Connery. What a first half he's had in Comerford. He can put them over from there, but that is just to the right. Keeper loves to get it out really quickly. Derry Mahan for TUD. And that's nicely released. They say it's a throw ball, but he's going regardless. Cal McCabe, and he leaves it off. Going for goal. Blocked down. Or another chance. Oh, it still doesn't go in. Or does it? Did it go into the net? It does go into the net. It must have went through the bottom of the actual netting there, but it is a goal. And let's look at it again then. This was the first effort from Albie Watkins, and then the second just off camera. And yeah, he definitely knew it was in the net the way he celebrated there. And TUD have got their lead back. They went 3 down, and they're now 2 up in the last 30 seconds of the first half. Now there'll be a bit extra time. Remember, Keys had a bit of attention, so we might have another minute or so, maybe 2. And TUD just starting to get into their groove again and get it to Crosby. This is Mostyn. Crosby again, hangs it up there, looking for his score. It might get there, you know. No, not quite. Last few seconds of the 30. Goalkeeper loves this area, and as I say, why not? It's beautifully taken by Comerford, or is that Connery? It is, but he doesn't find the finish this time. But certainly he is the man they aim for. He's the go-to man, and why not? TUD move it quickly again. As I say, Derry Mahan likes to do that, and Cal McCabe knows to be ready. They get it up towards Hall, but it breaks down. Good work by Cleary. They get it over to Kavanagh from distance. That looked like he's going for his own score from way out there, but that's going to drop short as well. Good pace about this game, as you would expect. TUD trying down the right hand side, and this is Keys again. Now he goes for the diagonal ball, trying to find Kenny, but just a little bit too strong for him. And there is half time. What a good first half of hurling in the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final here at DCU. Very enjoyable. TUD were fast out of the blocks, and Cian Kenny was superb. After about 5 or 6 minutes, he just clicked into gear. This was the goal. Lovely skill at close quarters. But you know what? MIC Thurles weren't having that. They got back into it with a goal of their own. That's Maher. And they got another one. 2 goals, and this was really impressive. This was Maher setting up Connery, and that put them in the lead. They had a 3-point lead at one stage, but then TUD coming back, and this is a goal just before half time. I'm trying to see who it was. Was it Watkins, maybe? I think it was Watkins. Albie Watkins from Burr and Offaly, and that makes it 2-10 to 2-8 at the break. The players gone in, so we'll take a break as well, and we'll be back shortly with the second half. Here's a goal from the first half. Let's clear this up. It was Crosby who got the goal, of course, at the second time of asking. There he is in the maroon helmet. I think I said Albie Watkins. I looked down and I saw 12, and that was, of course, the 12 on the other team. So if I said that, apologies. There was a reference on YouTube live chat, which has been very valuable today, that referred to that and said they don't think he scored the last goal for TUD. Point taken. Yes, corrected. So it was Shannon Crosby from St Finian's in Swords with a goal right at the end of the first half for TUD. And someone else commented, and now they say they could be wrong. We can all be wrong at times. And he thinks the panther in the back of the jackets is a tiger, to remember the Tremera tiger Adam Kerwin, who started number 8 against TUD in the 2022 final. I heard about this, so that's why they don't wear the number 8 jersey. So in the match program there, or the event program, there's no number 8 at all. They don't wear the jersey in tribute to him, and sadly he passed away a few weeks after the 2022 final. So that sounds like the information I was given earlier as well, and that explains it all, and that is what's going on there with MIC Thurles. So again, a valuable area for information, the live chat and the help with the pronunciations as well. Oh, there's more about the club. It's Gortna Who. Maybe that's what it is, that club that I was trying to get right, and it's Innistig. I'm getting educated today. And what was the other one? Yeah, but Owen Key's missing his brother's wedding today to be playing this game. Sometimes you get information here I can't back up, so I don't know if that's absolutely true, but if it is, that says something, doesn't it? Right, let's get back to the game here. Teams out for the second half, and the game very nicely balanced, 2-10 to 2-8. And the referee, Kevin Brady, our Louth man, about to get us underway again. So it's TUD in the navy and a little bit of teal along the top, playing from left to right and getting stuck in at the start. That's Liam Garrigan. They give it into the forwards. Where does it break? It breaks kindly, but it's flicked away from Mostyn. A little dummy or two from Heary. And it breaks down an MIC Thurles get at Darren Maher. And he's going to go now. He goes low. That's a lovely ball into the forwards, if you're a forwards. And flicked away though. And it was Brown who came across to help and got the flick away, but still, that's going to go over the line. I think that's over. It is. Our camera right beside it. We're lower down and closer to the side here, which does seem to make a difference. It certainly feels a lot close to the action. And it's good to be down here. There's the lads coming out for the second half and having a bit of fun. Now, what are we waiting for? Let me see. Oh, the referee's gone in. There's an injury up to our right in the goal mouth area. And he's actually gone in to talk to one of the umpires, or both of the umpires. So, how's that? Is that the number? Is that 4 on his jersey there? It would be Owen O'Riordan. And he's maybe checked to see, did they say anything that was happening in there? Doesn't seem to be too concerned. So we'll just get on with the game, I guess, in a second or two. So this is the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final. TUD were in it last year. They lost. At the minute, they lead by 2. And at times, they've turned on the styling to be very impressive. But MIC Thurles have been very sticky and have had some really good moments of their own. And led by 3 at one point. And they converge on you when you make a mistake like that. There's 2, 3 of them in, and they get at you. But that's good recovery. Brown, and then the ball sent down into space in the corner for Hall to run into. Right in the corner. Is he going to go for his own score? He's still going, but he seems to have lost possession. And indeed he has, but might still be a score for Heary. And it is. Conor Heary from O'Loughlin Gales in Kilkenny gets the first point of the second half. Takes it out to a 3-point game. Michael McCormick is the goalkeeper from Thurles Sarsfields. Breaks for Comerford. Comerford trying to get away from the block. Gets it over to that corner to Senan Butler. He's been the go-to player a lot when they've been looking to get it into the forwards. This is Garrigan. And the number 20 actually for TUD is Brian Dunn from Raheny, who also played in the game yesterday. Wearing 20 but started both games. Now Rory Kavanagh from the Tremera club I was talking about in Laois. Good running by him, and then that familiar diagonal ball that defenders don't really like, and Fitzgibbon is going for it. Outnumbered though. The referee says go on ahead lads, go at it, and they are. At short close quarters, MIC get it back out, or do they? They do. They get it to Connery. Connery lines it up, takes his aim, and just drops it short. I think he's a bit stronger on the right side. Good distance on that one. And they're looking for Cian Kenny, but he goes to ground on, oh, is he injured? No, seems okay, but definitely seemed to feel something there. There was talk of him having a bit of an injury, maybe from a National League match last week, but he's up and running again. We see 24 in there as well for TUD. As the ball goes over that far side, 24 is Cody Graham from Ballantyre St John's, BSJ in Dublin. He came on yesterday as well, so he must have come on at half time for TUD in the white helmet, number 24. That's a good ball, slipped to Colin McCabe. Hard-working midfielder. Referee has given him advantage. Does he need it? No, he does not need a second chance. He got it the first time, and that's a really good score from Maynooth in Kildare. Under pressure, and just swings it over the bar, and that's 2 in a row at the start of the second half. Takes it out to 4 points in it for TUD. That's Owen Keys clearing his lines. Drills it down into the corner looking for Kenny. And he has recovered. He's going for his own score from there as well. Is he going to get it? No. Short puck out this time to Kavanagh. Cleary gets it to Albie Watkins, who I recorded as a goal scorer for the other team at the end of the first half. Is that Fitzgibbon who got out there with a great catch? Now he's surely fouled about 3 times there. Manhandled to the ground, and that's a free in for MIC Thurles. And so the short puck out system worked well for them, but it was about Fitzgibbon as well there. Good work by him, getting the free and getting the first score of the second half. That always helps settle a team down a little bit. Going to be a sub now for Thurles. And it's number 23 going to come on for them. And that is Jack Comerford. So that'll be 2 Comerfords on the field. And he is coming in. He's from Aaron's own Castlecomer in Kilkenny. He might be replacing the man who was down hurt a couple of minutes ago, I think it is, the number 4, and it is Owen O'Riordan. Meantime, at the other end, Pierce Connery puts MIC Thurles on the board in the second half. Gets it back to a 3-point game. 2-12, 2-9, 6-7 minutes into the game. A little bit quiet around the stadium at the minute, but if this stays close, we could have a really good finish. This is Fitzgibbon. Doing good work again, and releases Aaron Ryan, but was he hooked in there or didn't connect anyway too well? Now it spills, and on the spill it comes out into a little bit of room here, and it's Kavanagh who gets it. It's well taken, but they're still a long way from goal, and it breaks down. Maher unable to get it, and it was the number 24 who came on getting there, but MIC Thurles has a lovely drop of the shoulder. That is fantastic from Comerford. Oh, he's put it right. He's put it wide. Well, he is a class act, and he can put them over. And you saw with the drop of the shoulder. Now, I said the goalkeeper likes to puck it out quickly. That was extra quick that time. They're already up the other end. There's a chance here. And it's Mostyn in there, number 19, but cleared. But there is going to still be a free in for the initial challenge. And the challenge by number 23 who came in there, Jack Comerford, I think, has given away that free. So it should be a point here for TUD. Yeah, it's one of those games, the hurling sometimes is like that, and has been the last couple of days. A lot of points on the board, and teams very level, but no real drama, not bags of goals like you now get in the football. Things have turned around a little bit. But as long as it's close, it means it's going to be interesting when we get to the business end. Oh, he goes for goal! We tried to surprise him there, and he got his point in the end. Well, I wasn't expecting that, and he was hoping they weren't either. But look at this again, Cian Kenny. No clues as he went up for it, but I think it was a goalkeeper who just pulled his hurl at it there, and it came off and went over the bar. Michael McCormick saving that one. A goal there would have been a big score, of course. But it still goes out to 4, but could have been 6. But Cian Kenny there, audacious in his attempt there. I suppose he spotted, you know, there was only 3 men, I think, on the line, so he thought, why not? Looks like TUD are lining up another change. Just about 20 minutes to go then, 2021. And MIC Thurles well in this game, but the next 5 minutes could be important if they get a couple of scores here and get back into it. But if TUD get the next couple, they could pull away, as he threatened to do early in the game. So a sideline for Thurles along the ground. Could go anywhere, and it falls kindly for Comerford. Is he fouled? He isn't, so they're going to have to muck in there and try and dig it out again. TUD, I think, maybe have it, and they do with Lawler. Is that gone over? Cheer told me before I saw it go over, and that's because their TUD supporters are behind that over on the far side there, and they do take it out to a 5-point game. 2 at half time, it's gone to 5. A little bit ominous, but MIC going for the short puck out, which worked a few minutes ago for their only score of the half from a free so far. But that one hasn't got the same distance on it, and TUD sweep it up. And they get it to Lawler again. But he's turned over, and MIC trying to drag themselves back into this game. Maher drills it down into the corner. Way down into the corner. Is he going to be able to keep it in? Just about. Butler. But now the decision is that it was over the line. Bit of a breeze picking up here at DCU now, as we're into the last 20 minutes. That's Butler giving it back out. TUD have it. There's a hurl has gone missing. It's not his though, he doesn't need it, and he's given it to Senan Crosby, the man who definitely did get the goal at the end of the first half, but he's put that wide and he's disappointed with himself. He had room there and he just didn't get his angles right, and it's just sort of drifted off to the right. But should have been another score, should be 6 in it, remains 5. But MIC Thurles struggling at the minute just to get a foothold in the game. Goes for the short one, and that is close quarters, but gets there. Now that was definitely close quarters, too close, and TUD are going to steal this away. They're just struggling to get up the field at times and don't know whether to go short or go long. And neither seems to be working, because TUD have all the answers at the minute, and that was Brown giving it in there, but that's stolen away by Watkins. And now he's probably looking for Fitzgibbon again, is he? No, Fitzgibbon's over this side. He was looking for Ryan. This is Lawler. Scored a great point a few minutes ago over this side. That's the 13 Kavanagh involved from Ninfiana. And that is a serious effort from distance, and I think that's going over. It has gone over. What a brilliant score, and they love that one as well. They seem to love them more when it comes from over there, because they are at close quarters and they know it's going over before it goes over. But 2 terrific scores, and now we do have a 6-point game. Concerns for MIC, and that's why they're now making a change as well. They're not hanging around. The game's going away from them. 24 for TUD, with a lovely ball across to the full forward. That was Cody Graham setting up Hall. but it's gone a little bit far into the corner. The reason I mentioned 24, well, I'll come back to that because Joe Kavanagh is there, and Joe slots it over the bar from the Nafeana club just over the hedge here at the back on the other side of the grounds, and he stretches it out to 7. The reason I mentioned 24 is because the other 24 is now coming into the play. That's the change for MIC Thurles. 24 is Colm Kavanagh from St Mullins and Carlow. And if you saw any of the clips online, he was the guy who scored the winning point yesterday, right at the death of the last puck of the game. And he comes in for Darragh Maher, the full forward. So that's the change, 7 in it. They need something special from the guy from St Mullins. They got something special from him yesterday, so we'll try that again. But here's Cathal McCabe. It's one-way traffic at the minute for TUD. He managed to release that just in time. This is Crosby. Does well to get it up. They claim throw ball. The referee hasn't been buying that all day. Oh, lovely little flick over the head from Cian Kenny. That was superb. And they get a free in as well. Well, there's just moments like that. There's little bits of class. And look at the way he goes in to congratulate and thank his teammate Owen Keys. He's really part of the team here in more ways than one. And you can tell he was obviously very determined to play here today. So he's brought his class, but he's also brought commitment. He gives a thumbs up and says, well done, I'll put this over the bar. Or he might be a bit cheeky again and go for a goal. Doesn't need to, though. They're now 7 clear, and they've really taken control in this second half. We're now coming up to the end of the third quarter. Yeah, Adrian on the live chat is telling me that the number 4, Dara O'Brien for Thurles, as he puts it over the bar, just had to double check there that he wasn't going low, is known as the Eagle. I've heard them shout that a few times, yeah. And the audience up now to about 700 devices. It was about 400 odd in the first half, so it's gone up. That's a great audience for this Ryan Cup final. But MIC Thurles drifting out of the game at the minute unless they can do something special here with Senan Butler from a really bad angle. But you can tell as well that the TUD defenders are really tight in the second half. They're giving them no room at all, and they're hunting in packs and making it very, very tricky for them. And a brilliant catch by Hall. And off he goes again. He's got the pace as well, and he's intent on going. He's going for goal. He's looking for goal. Doesn't get it. And it will be brought all the way back. In fact, is he signalling a free out? Not quite sure, but 8 points in it now. 2:17 to 9. They need something. They need it quick. And there's the long ball approach. But again, it's picked up rather easily for TUD back there. And that's to say that they then give it away. Look at the challenges going in there. Look at the commitment in there. That was Owen O'Riordan. Did I say he was taken off? I think I got that one wrong as well. Sorry about that. Definitely not taken off. And that was great play. And from his intervention, they nearly got a score, but just wide. Yeah, it was the other number 4 went off. Of course, it was MIC Thurles' the Eagle from Fermoy, Dara O'Brien, who went off for them. This is Aaron Ryan. Playing hurling and football, but at the minute it looks like he'll have lost in the football semi-final and the hurling final at this rate for all his hard work. But it's not over yet. And here he comes again, the Waterford man. Tries to get it in, but it's just not sticking in there at all. Cal McCabe back there, he just is everywhere. He's one of those players, and a beautiful bit of skill again from Cian Kenny. And there was the crowd beside me, the young lads possibly from New York, enjoyed that one as well. Lovely little bits of skill all over the field from Cian Kenny, and he just turns it on now and again. It's just that little bit of class. And it's another score. Takes it out now to 9. Well, since half-time, they've gone from 2 up to 9 up. They've just tagged the points on, and there could have been a goal or two there, but there hasn't. 4 goals in the first half, but none so far in the second. But you feel that it's going to take at least a goal for MIC. But there's a point from play at least, and that's their first from play in the second half, and only their second point, I think, in the whole half. 2-10. Double figures on points, but still a long way back And definite bit of hold in there. Or was the ball already out? The lines person on the far side seems to be saying the ball was already out. So Thurles ball. 12 to go then. As I say, they like it on that side. Will he go for another score? Beautiful bit of skill. That's Owen Keys with a beautiful bit of trickery. And he has the finish as well. Well, he was fantastic yesterday, and he's pretty good today as well. The man from Kilmacud Crooks and TUD stretch into the lead again, and the supporters and subs on that side enjoyed that one, and why not? He's showboating a little bit there, but that was fantastic. And he said to Cian Kenny, yeah, you got some tricks, I've got one or two as well. Another change for MIC, and the captain Aaron Ryan has gone off. Well, he has worked very hard in football and hurling. So a change. Now I didn't see who went on, but I'll pick it up. Well, 25 is there. Is that the change? It's broken down. Comerford gets it and immediately goes through two players. There's another one after him. Three of them. They can't stop him. He's going for goal. He's trying to get a score here to get them back into the game. Oh, and it's blocked. And there is going to be a free in. It was Fitzgibbon who belted it, and I think it's Comerford who went to ground. Look at this for a run. That's determined play, but yeah, he just was failed at the last minute there, I think, by O'Riordan. And the goal-bound effort was blocked. And the referee getting a card out as well, possibly. Certainly got the book out. Now, did I say 25? Yeah, 25's in there. That's Jack O'Toole for MIC Thurles. Hayes from Kiltegan and Wicklow. Or Kiltegan, it might be. There's only one E there. So, Pierce Connery has to go for goal, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Point will do then. And makes it 2-11, is it? Yeah, they were on 10 already. Let's get to the point. They'll need to start going for goals, you would imagine. To be fair, from the start of the game, TUD seemed to be the slicker outfit, but MIC Thurles have stuck to it all the way through, and they're hanging in there. But as I say, it's going to take something pretty special now. 9 down in the last 10 minutes. And is that another one? Just to the right. He just felt they could go up through the gears, and that's exactly what has happened in the second half. TUD, they've just turned on the style a little bit, and they've, more importantly, they've just been very tight at the back and given MIC Thurles very little. But now two of their main men linking up. That's Connery to Comerford, and he's taken out of it. Now, there's a brief look at one of the teams inadvertently for the next game. So it gives me a chance to remind you that we have one more stream from the finals this week, the last one. As we watch this challenge again, there's Comerford. There's a challenge coming in, yeah, from McCabe. Yeah, one more stream. Seems a long time since we had the first one over on the back pitch, and it's been all on the Astros since then. But a great game it was too, the Trench Cup final. But we got drenched at the Trench. I remember that much. I'll never forget it. And the rain the day after as well. But it was a great game in the Trench, and it was won by Trinity. And here we are now with the last stream about to happen after this, and that will be New York against Liverpool John Muir's Edge Hill in the football in the Electric Ireland Corner McLean final. Really looking forward to that next on this pitch. So after this stream, very quickly after it, we'll have that one. Connery then, well, if he didn't go for goal, he's certainly not going for one now, and he just belts that over the bar. I think our scoreboard, I thought it was 2:10 a few minutes ago, and then it was 2:11. But the scoreboard here and in the ground are both in agreement that they're still 2:11. And the lines person, well, actually, do you know what? The lines person just said to me he thinks it's 2:12. So, do you know what? It's a rare occasion, but I think I might have been right, because the lines person's saying the same. So I think all the scoreboard people maybe are one behind. Yeah, I remember saying that they went to double figures, and then Connery got one a few minutes ago, and I thought he might be going for goal, and there he's got another one, so it must be 2:12. Yeah, we'll go to 2:12. Pretend I'm right, just humour me for once. 212 to 19. It might all be academic, excuse the pun. We will be staying on at the end, by the way, for the cup presentation and the Player of the Match award as well. Referee has his book out again. No card this time. This game does feel like it has a bit of inevitability about it. That's a really good connection. And it was Gould going for it. And it spills nicely here for MIC Thurles, and a nice little bit of play by Tom O'Callaghan, I think it was. And that's high, but it's wild to the right, and it's going to go wide. Yeah, it was Tom O'Callaghan. Maybe he came in there. No, he was in there earlier. Rower in a steak from Kilkenny with a nice little bit of play there, but they need everything to go over at the minute, and they're not. Derry Mahan was very good yesterday, and great distance on that one. See a sub in there for TUD. Number 17 is in there for TUD, and that is Dennis McSweeney from St Oliver Plunkett's in Dublin. He came on yesterday as well. This is going to be a free for Thurles. Connery coming back to take it. Well inside his own half, but in a hurry to take it. Now, will this go over the bar or will it drop in and around? I don't see any of the players going right to the edge of the square. Now they maybe are. Comerford has gone in there, and that looks like it might get over the bar. No, it's just gone to the right, and it goes wide. Another missed opportunity. They're running out of time. 5 to go. Good accurate ball down into the corner. And it's Hall going for it, but he is fouled. It looked like he was fouled the first time and definitely the second time. This game petering out a little bit. Don't think we're going to have a grandstand finish. But that'll suit TUD after losing in the final last year. They'll be quite happy to win no matter what way they win. And they have deserved it the way that they have played. And there's another score. Take it to 220. 212, 8 points in it again, and really they just pulled away early in the second half steadily. MIC looking at another change. Oh, and that's fallen nicely for O'Callaghan, who slips it nicely, and another little flick, but that needed to go to one of the MIC Thurles players, and it was a little bit unlikely. And there's a break on here, and it should be another easy score for TUD, and it is. And it's a man who came on a few minutes ago, Dennis McSweeney. And TUD pulling away here with ease. And once the attack broke down, they were able to hit them. Number 20 is in now for MIC, and that is Oisin Hayes from Davidstown, Courtnacuddy and Wexford. And the man coming off is... can't see the number. Anyway. We get on with it. 3.5 to go. They go back to Darren Landy. Watkins gets that nicely through. Opportunity, oh, a little look behind him or pass behind him, but it didn't work, and instead that should go over the bar, and it is. Cian Kenny punishes. Well, they're having to go for it now and try everything, but they're being punished for every indiscretion. There's a change for TUD now, and 4 has gone off. That's Owen O'Riordan. Thought he'd gone off about 15 minutes ago and then realised he wasn't. So they've sent in a replacement for him, and he turns around. I'll be able to tell you what his number is, but he's gone in and he's picked up one of the, well, the new man who came in from the other side as well, actually. It's the number 20. He's just in this play there. There he is. Is that 2? And a bit of a tug on the jersey there. This is Butler getting it across, and it's cleared. So if it's number 2 who's come in, that would be Sean O'Brien. Oh, that, you know, that explains it, because he is the captain, but he didn't take the toss. So now he's come into the play. That explains it. Mostyn gives it back out. And the effort from distance from Kavanagh. Let's wait for the signal. It's over the bar. The umpire showing good footwork there to come over and make sure of that brilliant catch. Thurles going for a score here at the end. That's Comerford taking them on again, and he's fouled again, maybe twice. And they're still battling to get it off him, and that's got a bit silly and unnecessary. The free was given, and he was clearly fouled. And his teammates coming in to say leave him alone, and the referee will sort all of that out. It's just a little bit unnecessary in the last minute and a half, and now they've actually not got the free at all. Maybe it wasn't a free, but it looked like it. But either way, it matters not, and it's a TUD ball. So just about a minute to go. Be interested to know who you think for player of the match. It's not our decision, but it'd be interesting who you think. Who do you think deserves it on the performance today? For me, Cal McCabe was very understated in ways. He does a lot of hard work in there that isn't seen. He's not doing the fancy flicks or getting the scores, but he's been very good over the 2 games for me. Owen Keys was excellent yesterday. Got a good score as well today. Liam Shockman very strong at the back at full-back. Not much gets past him. And of course, Cian Kenny. He does have the flicks and the tricks. And there's a goal to finish it off, and TUD are going to win at the second time of asking. They lost the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final last year, but not this year. Adam Hall with the finish from Tumivara in Tipperary, but also you have the lovely little skills there from the Kilkenny star, Cian Kenny, involved as well. It's 3:22 to 2:12, and it's ended up being a comprehensive one after just 2 points in it at the break. And remember, MIC Thurles were 3 ahead at one point in the first half. TUD, though, very slick outfit, very good yesterday and excellent again today. Watkins taking it to them, needs a bit of support, and he gets it. TUD not in the mood to let anything in at all. In the second half, they've not let MIC Thurles anywhere near their goals, really. And they've been very, very strong at the back. That's been the foundation of the victory. We're now 30 seconds into added time. So I wonder in the live chat there, are there any contenders for player of the match? Has anybody come up with something? Nope. Although somebody does tell me that TUD lost the last 3 finals. And that one has gone straight over the bar. Yeah, you're right. That's right. I remember that now from last year. Yeah, 2 to the Guards, yeah, and 1 to St. Pat's Thurles. So eventually, it's not just winning the second time of asking. So after a lot of disappointment, they're going to get over the line. I think we can say that now. This is Cleary clearing his lines. Oh, nicely taken by Watkins, and he's got a run on goal here. Is there going to be a big finish? There is. Well, to be fair, MIC Thurles deserved that because they have stuck to their task, even though it looked inevitable that they were going to lose. It was a forlorn hope, but that's great play by Watkins, and he's worked hard, the man from Burren, awfully, and he deserves that goal. And it looks a little better in the scoreline, doesn't it? 3:23 to 3:13, and they deserve that. It's a fairly decent score against a really good team in this final. Oh, nicely intercepted by Comerford. Can they get another one here? He's just going to drop it in there. He could have taken a point, but he says, let's pop it in there and see if we can get another goal. But it trickles wide. Cian Brown is a contender for player of the match. According to one of the people on live chat, there's another score. I look down and look up and the ball's over the bar again. What have we had now? 37 points and 6 goals. You have been well and truly entertained. Yeah, Cian Brown, number 5 for TUD. He has been good. He's captain today as well from Navanna in Wexford. He's a possibility for player of the match. This is Keys. Now, is there a score right at the end? No, that's going to drop short. And there is the final whistle. And TUD have won. And I'm looking out in the middle, and Cian Kenny from Kilkenny is delighted with that. He embraces with Joe Kavanagh. And they have won, finally, the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup. And that's what it means to the college from down the road here to get a victory here at DCU in the second last final of the finals week here at DCU. Inevitable in the end, though he pulled away at half-time after being 2 in it. They pulled away with a succession of points. Got a goal near the end as well, just to put the icing on the cake, but thoroughly deserved it. They did seem to be the better team in the first half, but found themselves 3 down, but came out fighting in the second half and were very solid at the back, and then applied the finishes as well, and it seemed long before the end that they were going to be winning it, and they have won it. An impressive performance all round, and well done to them and to their management team. Luke Gaffney, the manager for them, but a big team with them in there to give them all a mention. Martin Rabbit, Sean O'Rian, Luke Kelly, John O'Tracy, Joe Hennessy, Enda O'Donnell and Sean Mulholland. So the presentation hopefully will be made over beside us here quite soon, and we'll try and get you some audio of that. I see the cup coming over here now, and there it is indeed. Jim has it. So we'll have that presentation here shortly. There's Louise getting the speakers out too. Just need to get the teams over, so it'll be happening in a few minutes, and as I say, the player of the match as well. There's another vote for Cian Moore this time. Do you mean Cian Brown? And we already had one vote for him. But a word for MIC Thurles. They put up a really good show today, and they had themselves in front as well, and they were maybe caught a little bit by surprise, and maybe that was a plan to see Cian Kenny out there. He started the game, the Kilkenny star, turned on the style in the first half, and they were pulling away, but then MIC Thurles dragged themselves right back into the game and then took the lead by 3 points as well. And they're getting all the photographs taken. We'll get a few more taken when they get that cup as well. But no sign of them coming over here. But hopefully the organisers are going to bring them over here rather sharpish. You see some of the players running through that shot, maybe in the foreground, or just seeing flashes of them. That's the teams for the next game. So that tells you the next game's not too far away. 2:15 actually. So in 23 minutes, well, we'll need to go on before that. But the next game here on our live stream, the last live stream of the week, will be football. The Electric Ireland Corn McLean Cup final. A real international game. Liverpool, John Moore's Edge Hill against New York. So that one coming up on a live stream right after this one. 5-hour time difference, of course. So out in New York, it's just coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning. But we usually get a good audience from the New Yorkers to watch the game. And there's Jerry Tully with the cup. He's going to be making the presentation by the looks of it, but he hopefully will bring it over to us over on this side, and we'll get everybody over, but doesn't seem to be much movement at the minute. There's Benny and Jim out there. Well, they've got the word now, and there does seem to be a little bit of a movement in this direction. There's a vote on the live chat for Adam Hall for player of the match, and one for McCabe as well. That's the one I was going for as well, although not with any great conviction, I have to admit. I mean, he played very well, but I'm not saying he should get it. There's a few contenders there, but he's certainly one of those ones that wouldn't get noticed as much. But over the 2 days I've seen him, he's been very important to the team. Now, lads, are you coming over? Do you want the cup? There we're going. There we're going. You'd think they'd be really keen to get it after losing a few finals. Possibly 3, somebody was saying. And that's Benny Hurl, the chairperson, making sure everyone heads over this direction, over towards the speakers. So you'll be glad to hear that I'm going to stop talking in a second or two. There's the thumbs up, and we'll listen to the speeches that are being said out there. And we're going to get off pretty sharpish because we have a stream on directly after this one. Nearly there. Just need the losing team to come over as well, I guess. Jerry's ready to go. And there's Dara Biddle come in the middle of it as well. Mr. I was going to say DAT. You're not allowed to say that anymore. And yeah, Jerry's facing us as well, but he's got the players behind him. Here we go.
Number 7, Owen Keys. Because I'm down weakness one of weakness to go all le Linia Coran Can Reen and Shaw fall in you. Just on behalf of Court Order, because I'd like to thank a number of people that helped to put this final on here today. Firstly, I'd like to thank our referee, Kevin Brady, and his team of officials for the job very well done. I'd like to thank our excellent sponsors, Electric Ireland, for their support over a good number of years at this stage for all our competitions. So, thank you, Electric Ireland. I want to thank our excellent hosts, DCU, who hosted our competitions this weekend. I don't think any other venue in the country could have held the matches given the fact that we had the use of 2 Astros that allowed us to play all the competitions. So very well, great thank you to Paul, David, and Louise and all the team at DCU. I suppose it's hard luck to Mary I. Thurles. You've had a great weekend having both your football and hurling teams here this weekend, and it's great credit to you because you will be one of our smaller competitions for the way you partake in our competitions. And look at you just probably ran out of a little bit of steam there in the second half, but you put up a wonderful performances over the weekend. So thank you to Mary Ann. I'd also like to thank all the parents and families that are here today, and I've got to know some of the ones involved in TU Dublin over the years, and you have supported your sons in all parts of the country. So just to both sets of parents, Garamila Mahagat. Today belongs to TU Dublin. I suppose I've been involved for over 20 years with the club, and I'm delighted that we got over the line today. I just want to give a special mention to 2 people that are here today from TUD. I'd like to thank our college president, Deirdre Lillis, for being here today, and also the support she's given the GAA club since she became president a couple of years ago. Thank you, Deirdre. I'd also like to thank the real president as well. I mentioned her, our hurling club president, Anne Murphy, who has been a stalwart of the club for a good few years at this stage. Anne retired many years ago, but she didn't retire from the hurling. And so thank you, Anne, for the wonderful work you've done for many years for the club. I'd like to thank then, of course, and say well done to the team. It was a hard, long process, I suppose, to get here today. We've lost 3 finals in a row, and I know 2 lads, Liam Shockman and Keane Brown, have played in all of those finals, and some of you have played in less, in a few others, but you kept at it and have been rewarded today, gave an excellent display of hurling, so well done TUD. So, Nina Oramanish, Cornireen, our captain, TU Dublin, Keane Brown.
Firstly, I'm delighted to accept the rank up on behalf of this brave group of players. From 1 to 42, every single person contributed to this is fantastic. Well done, lads. Big thanks to DCU for hosting the final this weekend. It was ran brilliantly and was a great weekend, so thanks to DCU. Our sponsors, Jay Vaughan, we're very grateful for the support they've given us throughout the year, so thanks to them. Next, our management team of Martin Rabbit, Sean O'Rin, Luke Kelly, John O'Tracy, and the boss himself, Luke Gaffney. The work they do behind the scenes is a credit, and we'll always be grateful for them. Enda, our physio, he hasn't had it easy this morning. A few sore bodies waking up from yesterday, so in fairness to Enda, nothing was too much for him today, and he's always on hand to get us right for today, so thanks very much, Enda. Thanks to Dara Bilcombe, again, nothing is ever too much for Dara, and anything we ask for, we get, so thanks Dara. Referee and all of his officials, thanks a lot. Everyone knows it's not an easy job out there, but I thought you were excellent today and that game for us, so sure guys. Lastly, Mary I, a brilliant battle again today. It's always a great game between us, whether it's in the league or championship, and I don't think today was any different, so fair play lads.